these platforms that are available today? Well, we're going to be interrogating issues. Incidentally, this afternoon we have people from different political backgrounds. Our very first guest here today, he's a gladiator. He has a background, a rich background in security affairs. He was in fact the chief detail to former governor of Oyo State, the late governor Abiola Ajimobi, for 8 whole years. He was chief detail. He's tested himself in the political terrain. He aspired for the House of Reps, eventually contested for the House of Assembly. Of course, in the political capital of Oyo State, Ibadan North. I'll keep his identity wrapped up as we take the political roundup.
Number one radio station in the mix. The mix. And we ain't stopping.
U.S. President Joe Biden has called for peaceful and credible 2023 general election in Nigeria, saying the citizens deserve a chance to do so. Biden made a call on his official handle today, calling on all candidates to respect the election result and back a peaceful transition. Biden's message re-echoed the stance of diplomatic missions, which released a joint statement earlier. This message is also coming 24 hours after all presidential candidates signed a peace accord in Abuja. A Social Democratic Party presidential candidate, Adewale Adebayo, has described the second peace accord signed by different presidential candidates on Wednesday in Abuja ahead of this weekend's election as mere tradition. Adebayo, in an interview this morning, said going forward, a level playing ground should be the focus instead of the peace accord signing, which shows that the country's electoral environment is still underdeveloped. While he also accused some state governors who stopped opposition parties for campaigning in their states.
So it's a good thing to remind everyone, it's not the only tool you can use. You can also use law enforcement. For example, when Governor Seyi Makinde blocked Makpo Hall 2 days ago, where I was supposed to do my final rally in Oyo State, what would the peace committee do about that? They can't do anything about it. They can only say, oh, it's not good. When APC thugs went and beat up my candidates in Ondo State, what would the peace committee do? We should even not be in that process. If we want to be responsible, as an example of the largest black democracy in the world, we should learn a process where public officials behave responsibly. I've mentioned on many occasions those who behave well. It's a good thing when I go to Kano, remind everyone, it's not the only tool, even though it's of the APC, same party. For example, when Governor Makinde blocked, but when you go to Kano, you can go 100 times. Nobody will disturb you. All I'm saying is that all of us would the peace committee do about that? Can't do anything about it.
Mr. Adebayo also charged Nigerian electorates to vote for their conscience on Saturday. The Nigerian Police Force has expressed its readiness for this weekend's presidential and National Assembly elections across the country in conjunction with the sister security agents. Force Bureau Muyiwa Adejobi, who revealed this today while speaking in a televised program in Abuja.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Solutions 93.9 FM is the station. And of course, this afternoon, this show remains Political Update. My name is Zayodeji Ajishokwe. Presenting and producing me is Favor Olorutola. Yes, like I told you earlier on, that was just a part of the entire thing. My guest this afternoon has a background in security. He was the chief detail to the former governor of Oyo State, the late governor Ajimobi. He was his chief detail, and of course, he ran for public office too. And apart from that, currently, he is a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. He is Honorable Aderomu Saheed Adeshina. I welcome you to us today this afternoon. How are you doing, sir? I'm good, my dear brother. How's the political terrain and the campaigns been nationwide? You're a member of the PCC.
So far so good. As you can see, we are moving.
Yeah, we are almost there. The day of the elections, and elections campaigns will be wrapping up today. What has been your impression of, Nigerians, Nigeria, and the elections ahead of us? People say this election is very, very critical for Nigeria, very, very important for Nigeria. An APC president, and of course, your campaign council is saying elect Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is also from APC. What is your perception of how things have gone for your party?
Thank you very much. As you can see, people are more informed now than before. You can get information, you can see it by yourself, you know what people are saying, you can check it out. So far, so good. At least we've done the right thing. We've done most of the things that I'm supposed to do to win election. And we are good to go. We've been playing by the rules.
I want to address something specifically now. There were allegations of health challenge with the candidate of your party, and several pictorial, in quotes, pictorial, because you cannot be too sure. How you want to address that?
Like I said, people are more informed now. I have done campaign, I've contested, and I know what it takes to campaign. At times you go to campaign, you won't even remove your shoe while you are sleeping. You just get to bed and sleep. They said Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not healthy. Only God gives healthy life. But to go to 36 states and campaign, my brother, it's not a joke. If you're not healthy, nobody will tell you that is enough. You can see him, maybe his age, 70, at least. So many younger people cannot even drive up what he's doing.
70 itself is no joke.
It's not a joke, yes. Still, no.
The average lifespan in Nigeria is around 56 years.
And for him to go around the country like that, most of the young ones cannot do it. It's not easy to move inside the crowd. You'll be sweating. You want to talk to this. When he came to Ibadan to campaign, I was just looking at the man. From there, when he was coming, he went to governor's house, governor's office, went to UI, meet some people, coming back to the stage. He came late because of the weather, bad weather.
Okay.
That's why he couldn't do some of things they're supposed to do.
We had a chilly period and hazy. Okay.
Sir, to campaign is not an easy task. So many things are involved. Mental, physical, and every other things. So if you're not here, nobody will tell you.
Nobody will tell
I'm
you.
telling you, nobody will tell you. There are so many times when I become back from campaign, I would just crash on my bed without even removing my shoe. Because it's so tasking. And people can see whatever they like. Even those that they said, those that believe, people believe they're healthy, they didn't even move as much as just one did. They couldn't move.
Against his opponents, who are running against him, the major candidates, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, and Atiku Abubakar, who has been vice president. What are his selling points to Nigeria and Nigerians at this critical point in time?
Sir, we are just
over others. What does it bring into the table?
Sir, all of us are just trying to. I don't want to call it gambling, because when they get there, you can never say this 100% what they can do, but you can judge them through their past.
Okay.
Then the present. All of them, one way or the other, they've added one post or the other. At least, if you open it, Asiwaju was a governor for 8 years. Obi was a governor for 8 years. Atiku was the vice president for 8 years. Kwankwaso was governor for 8 years.
He was minister too.
He was minister too. How have they done it? How did they do it? Most of them cannot even say, when I was there, this is what I did, this is what I did. Only Asiwaju. Because what he did then is still running. People can still see it. You can't just, they say if you want to make life, invest in people. So that your legacy.
They say you rise by lifting others.
Yeah,
that's what
so
I
that
hear people say.
so that your legacy will continue. Most of them. Maybe when they were there, they might have done one or two things, but where are they? Asiwaju today, if I want to rate them sincerely, if I want to give them rating, Asiwaju will take 85%.
Out of 100.
I'm telling you.
For about 3 people, 4 people.
The rest will divide 15.
That's not fair.
Sir, you can see. It's not a magic, sir. Tell me, Obi was a governor. He has commissioners. He has estates. He has people that worked with him. I can't even see two. That say, after the government, I'm this. I've been stepped up. He doesn't care about them. Likewise, others do. But he will build you from the gutter and make sure you attend any position as much as possible. And some people say it's a human capital. It's fine. You cannot go out.
Yes, Solutions 93.9 FM is still the station. Political Update is the show this 23rd day of February. Just 48 hours. 48 hours. Less than 48 hours. In fact, this time Saturday, polls would have closed in all parts of the country, except probably in the few situations where materials arrived late. Yes, before we went on that short break, you were talking about the issue of investing in people.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What I was trying to say is, Yoruba used to say, "Tomobama ga, ese nike ewu." If you want to know how a person can perform, a matured man, what has he been doing? Has he been doing well before? You can't just go and pick somebody from the ground and say, "Yeah, move." You check him. You check his background. You vet him. At least people have vetted all the 4 leading candidates. They know that this person he really performed, and he doesn't even fight it. He knows the right people to use. This presidency of a thing, one person cannot do it. You have to look for brains and give it to him. He knows how to hunt for people with brains, people that can get things done. That's why we are saying our youth should think about that. In Lagos, when he became the governor, Lagos was in shambles, insecurity everywhere. The first thing he did is he made sure that he created some parastatals, some agencies to employ to move potential thugs, potential armed robbers out of the street and bring them in. LASMA, LASEMA, LASEPA, all those things. Kai. The moment they are working with the government, their orientation changes. They see government as their own. All those boys that are supposed to be doing bad things, once you know that you are working for government, you go to work in the morning. People see you as part of government. You won't even misbehave. And there's nothing, that's what they call security. It's not about shooting or keeping or security guards, soldier everywhere. No.
Everybody's business, they say.
I'm telling you. If people are working, they think less of trouble. So somebody that can do that, let him replicate it nationwide.
You are suggesting that somebody that has done that at that level, micro level, he can replicate it nationwide?
He will. And then, maybe might have even forgotten something that's supposed to do. I'm supposed to have done this. He will do it now. He will add it to what he has been doing. Things are changing. And the guy is moving with tides.
You're so confident.
I'm so confident.
Now, let us look at the votes, because all of this depends on votes.
Yes, sir.
Even in the South, let's start from home. Even in the Southwest, what are stances?
The only state that I'm thinking the difference may not be as much as other southern states is Lagos.
Why? Lagos is home.
It's his home because we have so many of so-called obedience
In Lagos.
There are many.
There are many enough to
They cannot win. They cannot win. But we may not be able to get the vote difference as much as Oyo, Ogun, and other states. And that's what I'm telling our people. We may not want to put sentiment, but there's no way you can run from sentiment. Igbos in Lagos, they are ready to do it, to make it do or die. You have to go and vote. I have friends among them. So, if you are a Yoruba man, you believe Asiwaju is not somebody you can vote for, you have to think twice. Because sentiment is part of it. The Northerners are supporting us. They are not just supporting us.
Why do you think they're supporting Asiwaju?
I know. At least with all indications, most of the governors there, no matter how, the governor of the state has a larger percentage of the vote in the state because he has all the arsenals with him.
Let's go to the northwest. Let's start with Kano. Let's go to Kano, Kaduna. Even the president's home state is in the northwest. Kano is. They say in Nigeria, Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, Rivers, Katsina.
Yeah.
Critical.
Very
Okay.
critical.
Let's say Lagos now, it's a 60-40 thing.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to Kano. There's Rabi Musa Kokoso in Kano. There is an Atiku influence in Kano. And of course, there's a Ganduje Tinubu influence in Kano.
Tinubu will take more than 40%.
Okay. So
The 60 will be shared by the rest.
that is if Kokonso is not stepping down for.
If he's not stepping down, if he steps down for us, we are taking 60-something%.
Let's go to
No
Kano.
doubt, Tankaso is a force to reckon with in Kano. But at the same time, aside from being a former governor,
It's Kwankwansiya movement.
okay, yeah, the guy is really trying, but it has limits. Governor is there. Aside from governor is there.
And the APC governor is is vociferously pro Tinubu.
Then Ganduje has really worked in Kano. He is a grassroots man. If you can know through his action on this issue of cash policies, he went to them. At least, you will see the way they were even following him because he was feeling what they are feeling. So he's a grassroots man.
Let's go to Kaduna.
Yes, Kaduna, Almighty El-Rufai is our man.
He's openly your man.
Is our man. Actually, Kaduna is like Lagos in some aspect because it's a mixed state.
Yeah, the north-south.
North and south. South, we may not get vote as much as the northern Kaduna because of the issue of Christianity, all those sentiments.
Which the governor did not properly address.
Yeah,
He
and
chose a deputy who is also a Muslim from South
aside from that, there are policies of El-Rufai that are not really going well with some people in Kaduna. It's a good policy. There's no how if you want to make a good state, you have to step on toes. He really stepped on toes, and some people are not forgiving him. Not minding what they're going to make from that policies, how it's going to affect the state. So some people are not happy with him. Like the issue of teachers, all those things. Some people, it's a normal thing. You can't be friend. Like what Shetima said, that if you want to be a nice man, you should be selling popcorn.
And ice cream.
Ice cream.
Let's go to that state, Borno. Borno has a huge number of voters, and they usually turn out huge numbers from Borno.
Sir, Borno I'm expecting 75% from there.
Let's go to Rivers.
Rivers, yes, fine. We have Amechi, we have Wike. Wike is.
Amechi is not. We have not seen. They say Amechi is in school. That's why we didn't see him in the campaign.
But he's in the APC. He has not declared.
He's in APC.
He has not migrated to any others. And he has his people there. And with the friendly relationship of Wike,
I find Rivers quite a strange pot of soup. You have Amechi, you have Wike, and you have Magnus Abbey, SDP governorship candidate that is saying he's not even supporting the presidential candidate of his own party, he's supporting your own presidential candidate. Yes. Isn't that a strange pot of soup?
It is, we are expecting much from there. Though, this G5 of a thing, you can never, politician, don't trust them on represent. From the body language of Wike, supporting us. But then, PDP, they have factions there. Some may not be supporting.
Oh yeah.
It's normal. It's normal. So it's like we've not come back to your state, but I have reservation for your state.
Yes, we'll wrap it up with your state. Let's go to the southeast as a geopolitical zone. They have always voted PDP. They voted NPN. They voted PDP.
Yorubas, God really bless us. The Yorubas, we are so much accommodating. That's why you see them, flourishing in Southwest. The Igbos, I mean. There's something that they are enjoying here. Nobody can enjoy it on their states. Emergence of Obi is a blessing to APC in disguise.
Really? Tell us.
Yes. Normally, we don't really expect much from Southeast. PDP. It's a PDP grant. But now, Obi has broken some of the meat there.
Okay, eating into PDP votes.
Yes.
On the ethnic sentiment.
Eating very deep. Very deep. So it's like we have not much to lose from South because we don't really expect much from there. Let's just get our 25%.
But I was going to say you still need the 25%.
Let's just get our 25%. We get it because Ebonyi governor is a APC governor, and he's doing very, very well, fantastically well. Yes, and people are supporting him. Imo too, Imo is a mixed place. Hope Uzodinma is really trying in terms of infrastructure, but they're having problem there. Even Okorocha is not really showing support to APC.
Well, I've not seen Okorocha.
Yes. I don't know. People see politics as a do or die affair. Because you contested for primaries, you should know that one person must win. So when you now lose, you now become enemy of the party. You must get that out.
I've not seen Okorocha in the political space.
And sincerely, the primaries that brought Asiwaju was, everybody use whatever he has to win.
In war, all is fair.
Yeah. Because
and they say politics is war by other means.
By other means?
Than shooting guns.
No, the election was, people went to vote, no crisis, no imposition, no other thing. and you lost. So why are you feeling bad?
Even the presidency couldn't get its own candidate.
I'm telling you, Asiwaju beat, I don't know, the president, vice president, party chairman, Senate president.
Shouldn't that say something good about the president? That I mean,
That is, he didn't impose, he didn't influence it.
Yes.
Well, you know, if they, my people say, if God don't pass you, there's nothing you can do. It wasn't easy. Only Ashwaji was ordained. If not, that waves will have consumed him, because they plotted so many things against him. Imagine, don't let them go. Don't let us go there, because if we are going there, we are going to open some things. But God really worked for him. So, Imo State, we are good to go too. At least we get like 30-40%, my belief.
Still talking about South, we talked a little about rivers. Let's go to Edo. Edo has always been a swing state. Edo will swing PDP. Edo will swing APC. Edo will swing MPN. It will swing what's the name of UPN? You know.
So Edo State, I can't really decide.
The governor is from PDP, but he used to be an APC member.
It's like a state that we cannot even say what it is, what is going to happen there. But I know we will not. There's no state that will get less than 25%.
Will Edo give you more?
Edo, yeah, that's why I said I can't say. But no, I think we get like 30-40 from there.
Well, you have already said South, you do not expect
We
much.
didn't expect much
because when you start looking at rivers, I don't know, Cross Rivers, Akwa Ibom.
We just, we struggle and get appreciable votes from there.
Let's go to the North Central. Let's start with Kwara.
Kwara, no, forget Kwara. It's our place.
Let's go to Niger.
Niger, Bello. No, he's in charge. Bello is in charge there. Nasarawa too. We are good to go.
You're making it sound as if North Central is solid.
It's solid.
Plateau.
Plateau mix, Plateau, Edo, you can never say.
I saw something online today. Dayuri and Nyame declaring support for your presidential candidate.
Now, is that we've done our own work. It's part of the work.
And then let's go to Benue, the home of water.
Yeah, Benue, we may not get up to 40%, but the presidential candidate, that reverend, is a grassroots man, and he's popular.
So I hear.
Though, there's no how, though it's possible, but it's not really easy for you to be more popular than the governor. People does, but their candidate there is really making way there.
That should positively impact. You see, what I've discovered these days, that, like you said in the beginning of this program, that people are more enlightened these days.
Yes, they are more enlightened.
They will vote this way for governorship. They will vote this way for presidential. They will vote another way for national assembly election.
Especially in New York State, that is what is going to happen.
Tell us more.
I think people are voting more for candidates than party.
I heard the governor say, House of Rep, Senate, vote PDP. And he said, presidential, vote for national unity and equity. How does that sound to your party?
Which governors?
The governor of Oyo State.
National unity.
He said, House of Rep, Senate, vote for PDP. He said, presidency, vote for national unity and equity. How does that sound to your party?
Sir, Ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín, sir.
He said it in English.
Mo mọ̀, ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ náà ní Yorùbá ni pé ọmọ wa náà la máa dìbò fún. Ṣé sentiments náà mo ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan? Let's really open it. our governor, Governor Sheyi Makinde, there is crisis in their party, but he doesn't have the guts to say, vote for this person, because already I think some of them have been suspended. It's tantamount to anti-party that you are saying vote for other candidates from that party. But from what he has been saying, he's a Yoruba man, and he believes in Yoruba too, and he believes in equity.
As about declaration.
Yeah. So he cannot, since he couldn't say vote for his party presidential candidate. So people should go and vote for their conscience. And he says more. That was means so many things. Only some of us can decode it.
How important do you think this election is for Nigeria and Nigerians? Considering, and before we are going to wrap up that, but before going to that, people are saying, it is APC that brought us to this location in which we are now. You are saying we should vote for APC again. What will you have to say to that?
It depends on how you see the situation of the country. It depends on how it's affecting you. This administration is not bad 100%. It's not totally bad. And nobody is perfect. There are some other places that the government has done very well. And there are some that maybe a little on the negative side. Right before you were born, we have been hearing about things that's not easy. Ilule, yes, and Ilule, sir. If you go to Abuja today, Abuja is. In fact, you can't go to Abuja, go to Lagos, and believe Nigeria has suffering. So,
But you, as a grassroots person, knows that people down there are not finding things easy.
Yeah. Economically, is not as favorable as we expected. That is why Ashwaju is coming. He knows about these things. Okay, Buhari administration has done this. Okay, this is what is really remaining. Let me come and toss it. And Ashwaju, he knows more than what most of us knows, because he has been in the government. You know what? And he is well connected. Sir, I'm telling you, Ashwaju is well connected. He knows what to do. And that will give us succor to all this problem we are facing. He may not. Some people are saying, why Shebi is his party? Why didn't he support them? He was sidelined. I'm very bold to say it. Ashwaju was sidelined in this government. So he couldn't have fight them physically before they will say, because they didn't take his minister, or because he did this. So he was just looking at them. And he's kind of person that if you call him for problem, for help, he will give you. But if you don't call him, he's just looking at you.
There is the issue of money. What do I call it? Naira redesign. I think that is the major issue now.
Yes.
Ahead of people. How will this? I am one of the supporters of Naira redesign, because I know that the central bank had tried relentlessly to manage Nigeria's inflation, applying monetary instruments, and they were not working. Every standard monetary instrument used all over the world to tame inflation was used in Nigeria. They were not working. And the central bank, and they were telling us that they had to do something dramatic. So when they came up with the Naira redesign, look, 3.2 trillion Naira that is supposed to be in circulation, only 600, 700 billion was in the banking sector. How are you going to manage inflation like that? So that's why they thought of the Naira redesign. But in Nigeria, every policy, beautiful on paper like this, when they put it down, the saboteurs too are already at work. Now we are where we are. They put 200 million new notes in a bank. A politician goes there and says, give me 100 million. The bank manager gives him. He takes his cut, maybe 10%. He takes his cut. The money that's supposed to go to the people, it doesn't get to them. As far as government people on the streets are concerned, it is government. Because government should put in place structures to checkmate saboteurs everywhere. We are the ones sabotaging ourselves. How would all of this affect election? Look, 6 a.m., 5 a.m., go round. You see people queuing at POS, about what they call the debit machines that do not have money. How will this affect elections on Saturday?
Sir, like I told somebody, fantastic policy, but bad timing. Any policy that you are doing that is making people to suffer is a bad policy. There are some policies that will not be favorable somehow, but there should be a way that people will, at least there will be a succor on the other side. Sir, people like me, I don't usually deal with cash. I transfer. It's affecting me too because people are now the platform for transfer
It's crowded
is
and choked. We kept asking them, is the infrastructure in place?
Sir,
Is the infrastructure in place?
Sir, I asked some question. I don't even know the really because people now they've not given me satisfactory answer. Is it targeted to stop vote buying
The president says so.
or to improve on economy?
To improve on the economy. And the timing is to ensure that money, good policy, but the timing too was deliberately put at this period to make sure that it curbs vote buying. I'll give you an example. Somebody told me reliably that the governor had 20 billion naira old notes. He was able now to change only 1 billion. That is ratio 1 to 20. He had 20 billion. So if he was going to give 20,000 naira somewhere, he probably has only 1,000 to give now. How would that affect election?
But sir, we are just deceiving ourselves.
Why do you say so?
Let's just assume that maybe they are going to buy votes for 5,000 naira on a good day. People are not having cash now. If they give some people 1,000 naira, they will go and vote. 1,000 naira will be more valuable to them
Than 5,000.
than 5,000 naira if there's money. And people can buy vote with hard currency. I'm telling you,
$5.
$5.
They will even
And
use some
people
for
can
$1.
transfer.
Traffic will be jammed on that election day.
Are you sure?
Even we are transfer, we are doing.
Even if they do it, what I'm saying is fine. Buying vote is not really. It's evil because people are hungry. They just go and vote against their wish because they need money.
DSS said something
Yes, sir.
nationwide. Bauer actually, EFCC rather. EFCC said they're going to be all over the place catching those who are buying and selling vote, and then they gave out one number per state. I said, are these people serious?
They are not serious. So somebody buying vote will now you will see it on his head, or he's going to carry the cash with him. See, let's be realistic about this thing. If let's assume I want to buy vote, I have 1 million naira with me to buy vote. I can spread it with some people. You take 100, you take 150. So if you find 150 with me,
That's
you see,
that's
common sense. They should look for a better way of stopping this. Maybe they should look for a way of maybe online voting or something. Because this now, I hope there will not be low turnout this time around. Because people will not be able to get money. Even to eat is a problem.
And then people will say, we should come and vote. But shouldn't that be the thing that will prepare people and say, let us go and vote for people of our choice?
You know, as we are saying that there's no money, like some politicians may have gotten the money. I heard that one was a chairman of a bank. If I was your chairman, and I have some people say, oh boy, I need 5 billion naira cash, won't they look for it for me?
I asked the deputy governor of Central Bank live like this. I said, I have 500 million deposit account in your branch. I said, give me 20 million. This is when the Thursday. I said, give me 20 million.
If you don't give me, I'm moving my money out.
I'm moving my money to another branch. You know what the deputy governor said? I said, that will be left to his discretion. I said, really?
He won't allow the customers to go. If you want to go his way around it.
And then the people who are supposed to get the money will suffer.
Yeah, people are suffering.
People are suffering.
And, you know, at times, I used to look at our people. I think we deserve the type of government that we have at times. Do you know that as scarce as the money is now, some people will now go and vote, go and queue, collect the money, sell it, go back to queue. You know, in every bad situation, people are making money from it.
That is what my father used to call harvesters of ruins. What Yorubas call Arijeni Madaru. Why are we like that?
That is Nigeria for you. Every situation, if you know how much people make from this COVID of a thing,
we are terrible people.
People really make money from COVID. When some people are dying, the money that they gave them to go and do something, some people they were eating it. People, I know some people maybe that bought cars, built houses during COVID. So
that is evil.
It's evil.
That is evil.
It's evil. You know, people used to just use the opportunity to make money.
That's criminal.
So
well. As we wrap this up, just put out a word there. And since election campaigns will be over in by midnight today, you may wish to put out a word there, out there, for your people.
Yeah, and
for Nigerians too, not just your people, for Nigerians.
Yeah.
Put out a word.
Generally, my words goes to the youth.
Okay.
They should not just be too emotional to reason very well.
Okay.
If people are telling you lies, and you can confirm that these are lies, why are you still adamant? We have Google. Use your resources to check the right thing. They should not just, because you know, in a situation where Nigerians are too emotional. Sorry for this illustration. There is a road in Abuja that says, "Don't pass, don't cross." Somebody crossed, was hit by a car, and people came out and burned the car. Burned the owner inside the car.
Wow.
That is how average Nigerian reasons. They don't even want to know who is at fault.
Like a mob.
Must the person cross from that place? That's it. You should just be reasonable. Think of, fine, the contestants are Nigerians, they talk to us, everybody used to come and do their manifesto, lie, but check their background. What have they done? That's the only thing that can guide you. Even your own child, you want to send him somewhere, you can only know him through what he has been doing. You don't know what he can do 100%. So let that guide us. Somebody has done it, provide job for people, provide the enabling environment for foreigner, outsider to rule. Let him replicate it.
Let him replicate it.
Yes,
that's the final word you have about that. Thank you very much, Honorable Aderounmu Saheed. He is a member of the Presidential Campaign Council of the APC, and of course, the familiar face on the political terrain in Oyo State. He's run for the House of Assembly. He aspired to be the House of Rep. And of course, he served the governor of Oyo State, the late Governor Ajimobi, for 8 whole years as the chief detail. And of course, that tells you outrightly that he comes from a security background. Thank you so much. Yes, we have a gentleman in the studio with us. Yes, he's of the Labour Party. He's a senatorial candidate of the Labour Party for Central Senatorial District of Oyo State. He's Honorable John Ayodele Johnson. Yes, Olabode Ayodele Johnson. How's the field been? I suspect you are coming from the political field, from the field.
Good evening, the listener.
Yeah.
The field has been fantastic. We are getting the acceptance of people in all places that we have visited. So we are on the way to victory.
On the way to
Come
victory.
Saturday, 25th of February.
Are you talking about yourself or even your party at the presidential level?
Both presidential level and national assemblies.
Wow. Tell us about your constituency. Your constituency spreads from Ogbomoso or your Ibadan.
The constituency is made up of 11 local governments, 2 from Ogbomoso,
Ogoluwa Surulere.
Ogoluwa Surulere, 4 from Oyo,
Okay.
Oyo East, Oyo West, Atiba and Afijo, and 5 from Ibadan here.
5 big local governments.
Yes.
Oluyole, Egbeda.
Egbeda, Onara, Lagelu, and Akinyele.
Wow, wow, wow. Big, huge local governments from Ibadan. In these days of hard, no cash, how is it for logistics?
Well, logistics is all about transfer now, and you know that we are not on the race to buy food, so we don't have much problem
Yes,
with
your logistics, you got to cover that.
Yes, we
You have
use
3
our
vehicles, 5 vehicles in your
yes,
motorcade.
we
they got
use
to
our
move.
ATM card to fuel the vehicle, and even when we want to buy
What about the
refreshment,
F1
when we have some change, we do transfer for some people when we want to give them something.
for logistics?
Yes.
The F1 income people.
We don't have cash, so there's no way you can give
They
me
say,
F1
they
income.
give shishi. Is it true?
It's not that he doesn't give shishi like that. That's not the meaning of not giving shishi.
Okay.
The meaning of not giving shishi is that it's not somebody that will bribe his way. So is a man that is upright in whatever he's doing. So it's not that he knows that he has won election twice. So he knows that to win election requires finance. So it's not that he doesn't spend money, but he spends judiciously.
Incidentally, you 2 guys are from security background. He has worked
Nigeria Security and Civil
NSCDC.
Defense Corps.
Oh, wow, interesting. Well, I think when people come from this kind of a background, what about how does they affect things?
That means you want me to tell you my story.
You know, when you people from security background are involved at this level of elections, how does that positively
No,
affect things?
me, I've worked with at least 2 governors closely.
Okay.
Babatunde Fashola of Lagos State,
Okay.
and Governor Ajimobi.
Okay.
You know, most of their policies, we used to be part of it.
Okay.
Then meeting the politicians, I used to size them all. That these are not better than me. And this is my state. Why can't I put my own? Yeah. And you know, from the experience, Babatunde Fashola is a fantastic man. Ajimobi, you can't work with him and be the same. He will put in your brain. He doesn't even work with brainless people. If you don't have what it takes, he will just abandon you. So from there, that was what really prompted me that I can put in my quota. These people are not better than me. I'm even more exposed than most of them.
You left service to join the political trade. What is the motivation?
I've told you sometimes ago that it's a divine call. I voluntarily left my service to join politics based on divine call. So God told me to go into politics to make a difference, positive difference.
Now, a Christian on the political field, how are you able to uphold your Christian values with the temptation of the political field?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing different between political field and the whole world generally. There is temptation everywhere. And if you can manage the temptation in the world, you should be able to manage the temptation in political arena too. It's not a do or die affair. It is those that want it.
We once had do or die in 2007.
It is those that want it as do or die affair that they can fall into temptation.
Well, put a word out there as we wrap this up today, because the campaigns will cease by midnight. So you want to put a word out there as we wrap this conversation up?
Yes, I want to employ the people of Oyo State to give Labour Party a chance to vote for our presidential candidate, Peter Obi, and to vote for our National Assembly candidate to senatorial candidate, Oyo Central, Oyo South, and Oyo North. Then all our 14 House of Representatives come 25th of February, and we assure you that we are going to move Oyo State forward.
Well, well, well. It has been a pleasure. I think this is about maybe about the first time I'm going to have people right there in the studio live. And of course, because of the circumstances, this is Thursday, the last day allowed for campaigns, and we must offer a platform for people to put out the word there and counsel our people. Well, well, well. Honorable Saida Adeshina Aderomu, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you. I wish you all the very, very best. And
welcome,
Honorable Olabode Johnson, the senatorial candidate of the Labour Party for the Central Senatorial District. I wish you all the very best. God bless
Thank
you all.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you all.
Thank you
our
so much.
listeners. My
Thank
pleasure.
you so much.
My pleasure. God bless you all, our listeners and viewers. God bless this union, the land of our forebears, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.